Dell XPS 17. A lot of you guys were like, hey, where was the review on this last year? They redid the entire Dell XPS and it looks gorgeous, and there's a 17-inch version now, which I have today because they just recently upgraded the graphics. They have the latest 11 gen processors. And honestly, the past year and a half, you guys know I've been all about desktop life. The few times that I've needed a laptop, I'll either go with like the M1 MacBook, or if I have to edit, I'll go with my MSI Creator laptop because I really enjoyed that. But yeah, I was like, I think it's time to have a really nice laptop that's thin, but is also performance driven. You know, it has that Intel i9, the H processor, which means performance, right? Why is it taking me so long to, here we go. So I'm so excited for this. Oh, wow, that was terrible. I'm tone deaf and I've been playing a lot of Halo. Yeah. Shout out to Milanote for sponsoring this video. They are an amazing note-taking tool for creatives. We don't really think linearly, right? Well, it's such a great way to brainstorm with images, video, words, whatever is in your brain. And I'm a big fan of the recent addition of like this unsorted category where you can basically throw in all of your images, have them right there on the dock so you can get organizing. You guys know that we're doing a few renovations in our condo here, and we really had to get some things sorted out in between our kitchen and just a lot of random things. Here in our big living room that you're not seeing a lot of right now because it's kind of ugly. Well, I am doing all of that work in Milanote, and that is what I'm sending to our contractors. I want to make sure there are visuals, there are to-do lists, and it's just a great way to not only collaborate with other people, but it's also just a great tool to brainstorm on your own and really use it with no limitations. Just whatever is in your brain just flows out to this beautiful unlimited canvas. So if you want to check out Milanote, check out my link in the description below. We might talk a little bit more about it at the end of the video, but let's unbox this new Dell XPS 17.
Game begin. Game over.
Okay, this is a big boy. I understand I ordered a 17-inch laptop, but yeah, it's huge. It's super thin. It's great. I guess I'm just so used to 15-inch laptops, and I haven't used a 16-inch MacBook in a while. So the girth of this laptop is a lot, but I'm super excited to use this, test it out, because holy smokes, my first impressions of just the 4K display is so gorgeous. The bezels are so minimal, and this is just, yeah, their new design knocked it out of the park. They obviously started with this big change in last year's iteration of this, the 17-inch model. The biggest difference between the 15 and 17 is the active cooling that it does, and I'm like, yeah, hey, if I want a laptop that does it all, I want the best cooling, right? And you guys know I have used a lot of Dell laptops in the past. This was like my all-time favorite 2-in-1, the XPS 2-in-1 13-inch. This is the model from 2 or 3 years ago, I think. I really got a lot of use out of this guy, and it was really weird because last year I had several opportunities to do some more XPS reviews, but I got 2 XPS 13 2-in-1 units in, and they both had the same display issues. It was like a lot of flickering. It didn't stay consistently bright. Already just using this a little bit, I'm like, okay, seems better on the 9710. But I just got kind of over XPSs last year that I just didn't review any of them. I'm like, get your quality control under control, Dell. But at the same time, I'm a huge fan of Dell. And you guys know this one. This is the old XPS 15, and this is the 15-inch. So you can tell, you know, it was much more thick. I have the D brand sticker on here. Oh, but this keyboard. I mean, they kept a good keyboard on the 17, but this will forever be my favorite laptop keyboard. But yeah, with those new Dell XPS 13 2-in-1s, it's just super rare to have the same issue back to back with the same 2 laptops, which indicated to me like, oh, this is a serious problem. So I kind of backed off of those devices, and this is my first time back to Dell since then, and I'm like, Dell, don't let me down. You guys know I do a lot of computer videos for creators on this channel, and this laptop I actually bought with my own money. I want it to be my laptop if all things go well. If not, I'll just sell it or try to return it. I don't know. But yeah, laptops, computers, companies will either, hey, do you want this computer? And I'll send it to you. And I say yes or no. I either buy it with my own money, or sometimes videos are sponsored. And so this video is kind of just a raw and real first impressions. And we'll see if this laptop will be my dream laptop, because that's what I'm kind of counting on when I bought this. So this SKU was $3,000 total, including tax. Now it has the latest 11th gen i9 processor. It has the latest and greatest RTX 3060. And then I didn't go all out with the SSD or the RAM, because those are the easiest things to upgrade with this laptop. Yes, you can still upgrade things. So you just unscrew the back, and I have an entire upgrade video that I did for the XPS 15. So if I really dig this laptop, I'm just gonna buy some more RAM and storage online and upgrade it that way, because it's too expensive to do it with Dell. So we have 512 gigabytes of SSD, and then also only 16 gigs of RAM, and then we have the 4K touch panel, which I'm such a big fan of 4K touch screens. I'm currently installing all of my applications. I'm gonna get some proper work done on this laptop, and then I'll be back with all of my first impressions. I'm looking at the camera. Does this laptop look as big as it feels? Oh my gosh, why does it feel so? I guess I'm just not used to it. I've been using a lot of 15-inch laptops, or again, 2-in-1s. But let's get into it. Let's talk ports. On the 9710, there are 4 USB-C Thunderbolt 4 ports. You have 2 on one side and 2 on the other. But what is that you see? Oh, I mean, on this side, an SD card slot. So 4 USB-C, an SD card slot, and a microphone jack. And they're kind enough to include a dongle here that has a USB Type A and an HDMI, and the USB-C cable just kind of tucks in on the back here, which is so kind of them. I think my dream, absolute dream port situation would be this, but just with an added USB Type A, or they would replace one of the USB-Cs with an A. But I can't have it all, guys. You know, I'll take this. And you can charge with the 130 watt charger on any of these USB-C ports. So you have variety, you have options on what side that your charger goes into. And the fact that these are all Thunderbolt 4 are amazing for hooking it up to external displays, having multiple displays. Okay, so when I purchased this Dell XPS 179710, it was honestly because we're going on a 5-day vacation very soon next week, and I just wanted to make sure, this sounds silly, but that I had a laptop that was slim, easy to bring around, which, you know, this is a little bit heavier than I thought. I was kind of naive with the 17-inch size, but something that could game a little bit, because honestly, even if I'm around nature, you know, somewhat of a vacation to me just means gaming. I'm getting way back into Halo, and I'm just so excited for Halo Infinite, but I'm having so much fun just playing the MCC right now. So that, but also editing, you know, it did well in Resolve. I started editing this video, which I'm filming on my A7S III with 4K XAVC HS 420 10-bit. If you watch my A7S III video, we went through the different codecs, but basically that codec is like the second to hardest for a machine to get through, and with Resolve, it did a great job. And obviously in that video, I covered Premiere, so I did do some testing in Premiere with this, but I just don't have expectations for Premiere to do anything good with A7S III footage. It's just like, yeah, just don't do it if you can avoid it. If you can use Resolve or Final Cut, if you have an A7S III, that's what I would recommend. That's why I switched to Resolve. Obviously, I'm still in Premiere for some things, so this computer is very capable of that. And when gaming in Halo, it was a lot of fun. It looks great. I mean, this display, I'm kind of wowed. Like, this is a gorgeous, gorgeous display. It actually makes gaming on a laptop like seem very immersive. All right, here we go. I'm gonna do terribly, but fans are definitely going. Oh, okay. Got the first time that I died out the way. Got him. Okay, our team clearly sucks. Okay, if I'm the second highest kill, that's how you know the team is terrible, you know? Got you. Oh. Oh, okay. Come on, come Come on, come on, come on, come on, go, 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 go. Oh. Got him. Oh, dang, dude. Nice. That was a nice snipe. I love this level. You can like float. It's so fun. And I just died. You get a good shot and then you die. All right, guys, 7 kills. Not my worst. Okay, so basically what you just watched, the graphics was original, all like very normal, 60 frames per second. Basically it felt weird in the beginning because all of my settings were on default and I usually use a higher look sensitivity. So let's just play it one more time, just one more time. Oh, okay. Wow, this is starting off really bad. Die, 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 die. Okay, so I throw a grenade at you and you're not gonna die? Is that really where we're at? Okay. But these guys are so good. Okay, he just headshotted me. Yeah. Get him, get him, get him, get him. No, even when I had the hammer. Halo's a funny game. You're confident one game and the next you're just getting absolutely slaughtered. Oh my God. All right, I just want 1 kill on this game. I'm doing so miserably bad. Just 1 person. Here we go, guys. I got 1 kill. I would like to thank my mother and my fiance, John. What's up, John? Thank you for allowing me to get to this moment to get 1 Halo kill. Okay, good game, good game, good game. Okay, so it looks so good. It looks really crisp. I think this is gonna be really great for just gaming on the go, low-key gaming, because you know, I am understanding now. I've always said 60 frames per second is fine, it's good enough, but I can understand why people want more, and I think I might invest in a higher frame per second monitor for my PC setup in there. That'd be cool, because I've never had that, because I've never gamed as much as I am right now. I don't want this to turn into a video of like, I bought a Dell XPS to game, because that would be kind of absurd, but just showing that you can do a lot with it. I don't expect to like also stream from this while I'm gaming. However, if I see a future where I can open up OBS and actually stream with this guy, that's when that extra RAM would come in handy. Order the 64 gigs, replace that myself, so I'm gonna think about that. But overall, first impressions, I'm like, cool, yeah, like performance is really great. This trackpad feels amazing, and I just have to get used to how big it is, because this is like MacBook level size big, and I'm just not used to that. The clicking is very soft, which I like. I like a soft touch instead of a hard touch. And the keyboard is gonna take a little bit getting used to. It just feels like the keys are like too spread out, if that makes sense, but I'll get used to it. The travel is nice. It's not as good as my XPS 15 from 3-4 years ago. And the biggest surprise was the speakers. The speakers sound so good. Like, they are so crystal clear. It is the first time in a while that I have a Windows laptop and right out of the box, the speakers and the sound are amazing and they don't need to be tweaked. A lot of times OEMs will basically use like Max Audio Pro or like a third-party audio program where you have to go in and like, oh wait, I see it here. Actually, this does have Wave Max Audio Pro. So maybe that's what's making it sound good. But a lot of the times that'll make it sound like echoey or whatever, and I'll have to like uninstall it and change the settings, which, hold on, I didn't do a headphone test yet. Let me plug in headphones real quick. Okay, when I plugged in the headphones, guess what program popped up? The Max Audio Pro. Oh God. I'm just gonna go to like a normal, like a podcast. No, yeah, it sounds terrible. Okay, I'm glad I checked that. So basically Max Audio Pro does this thing where when you plug in earphones, it sounds like there's this weird echo, like there's reverb. They're basically like, oh, it sounds so good because it makes your audio sound big. No, okay. See, in previous Dell laptops, and I think like one other OEM uses it, I've never felt sad about like going through the trouble of uninstalling it because the speakers really didn't sound good either. So hopefully that doesn't mess with the speakers. But okay, so you're definitely gonna wanna uninstall Max Audio Pro, so that's a thing. And as we're getting, I guess, into the negatives, because I've said so many nice things about this laptop. Classic Dell, and the display is super saturated. Even when you're watching normal YouTube videos and you put your iPhone right next to the screen, the difference is night and day. And iPhones are a good kind of like, you know, they're not perfect in terms of calibration, but in terms of who is viewing your content, guess what? It's a lot of phones, it's a lot of iPhones, so that's a good kind of like standard to judge by. Oh, this is something that has been a Dell thing for a while, and that was the biggest issue with my XPS 15. So I'm literally gonna have to go watch an old video of mine to figure out how to color calibrate this correctly again. And I'm so lazy, I feel like I don't want to do that. All right, I haven't tested out the webcam and audio yet on this XPS 17. And honestly, this is best case scenario. We have a 120D in front of me, and also just the very warm and inviting light of the Texas 100-degree weather, sun. That was a great sentence, Sarah. Okay, listen, as I've spent more time with this laptop, I would say 4 days since we've talked, I'm kind of over it. Let me explain. I'm slightly disappointed. So as you can tell, the performance of this guy, from playing Halo at 4K 60 frames per second to editing Sony a7S III 4K footage in Resolve and exporting a 10-minute 4K video in 3 minutes. Amazing. I mean, like, I am not complaining about the performance. It's kind of like everything else. So the keyboard is fine. Like I said, it's a little bit more spaced out than I'm used to, but I would get used to that. I've been using the ThinkPad keyboard, and even the old Dell XPS 15 I like more. So there's better Windows keyboards out there, right? We've covered the audio and how that situation is kind of weird, but this freaking trackpad, guys, I was like, okay, there's no way that I'm going to be the people like in the forum who are having issues. A lot of people are actually having issues with it, but it got me. Basically, like 10 to 15% of the clicks that I do just doesn't register on the trackpad. So I'll be sitting here clicking. If you just touch, you'll be fine. The way I rest my hand on a trackpad, which I think is kind of normal, is I'll just be like going like that, and then I'll click down here in the bottom left-hand corner. If I get too close to the corner, the click just doesn't happen. And then sometimes when I'm like swiping or just doing my normal trackpad, controlling a mouse, right? That's what a trackpad's supposed to do. Sometimes it just won't register even swipes, which is like, Dell, you built this beautiful, huge trackpad that is so great when it works. So basically my conclusion is, what a powerful laptop. I love the ports, the full SD card, amazing. But when you have these things that cater to content creators who do this full time, but then you have just like very normal things that don't work. And then you have the screen that is oversaturated, and you have to go through the hoops of color calibrating it. When I was in DaVinci Resolve and Lightroom, testing things out, editing photos, editing videos, that becomes a problem, because then you can't color grade because you don't know what it's actually going to look like once you export it and what other people will see. So it's just like, hell, why? You're so close to creating the perfect laptop, but for me, it's a miss, just because I'm either going to have to contact them and get this fixed, or I'm just going to return it. So yeah, I was going to do a part 2 video of this on like a long-term review, but now I don't even want to mess with it, because like, I don't know what more to say. So I really wanted this video to be the most positive thing ever. Going off of my 2-in-1 experience, I was like, okay, this is the Dell laptop it's gonna make everything better, but it ended up not being that. Usually I like my videos to stay positive, so I apologize. It's not the most positive rundown of this laptop. Okay, so guys, let me know what you thought of this video. Also, if you're an XPS user, give me a comment down in the comment section below. How has your experience been? Because I really feel like these computers are just so close to being perfect. They were the first line of Windows laptops that I switched to when I switched from Mac like 4 to 5 years ago. It was a while now. So yeah, let me know, and thank you so much, Milanote, for sponsoring this video. It is such a great way to get your ideas and projects into like a visual board. It's a very visual program, and like I said, it's really helped me visualize, saying that word so much, visualize our renovation with our condo, and it's been a really fun process, and the right tools just makes that a blast. So whether it's a home project, whether it's you making videos, all of your beautiful creative endeavors, because I know you guys are creative, well, check out Milanote. My link is in the description below. Let me know if you like this video, hit that subscribe button down below for new videos every single week, and until next time, stay peachy. Okay, bye.